crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn disease, your sip of chaga tea. Oh, one more day of the cleanse and then we're done. Thank God. Let's talk about hodling, silver and cryptos. Cryptos are getting thrashed right now. Don't forget, everything's going to zero. Everything's going to go to zero when the banks collapse. So if you're a hodler, you're not going to try to time anything. If you have money, you buy a little gold or silver, you buy a little crypto, and you hodl it. If you're a trader, you love this action. I mean, every trader on the planet Earth will tell you that they always win. Whatever they trade, they're always winning because they're winners. But yeah, I mean, when cryptos go sky high, the hodlers sit there and dance in the street and say, "See, I told you so." And when the cryptos get crashed, the hodlers take the brunt of everybody saying, "Oh, you never should have hodled." So that's the world we live in. Ultimately, these will all go to zero. Everything, silver, gold, crypto, stock market, bond market, the collapse of the fiat monetary system, there are no exchanges that survive that. So that means there's no price that you'll know. That's why in your own possession is so important. And that's where we are now. We're in the in your own possession time frame. So if you have cryptos, keep them in your own possession. If you want to buy cryptos, make sure you can get them in your own possession because these exchanges will not be around. And I think this transition is happening very soon. Check out the video I did with Cliff High on the fate of silver and humanity. We talk about a lot of things, but we talk about the coming crazy changes that are coming up. And if you're a private road member, we talk about the bad guy's next attack. Cliff knows what it is, and I know what it is too, and we'll be talking about that in the future. Go check that on the private road. It's like after Cliff and I hung up, we hung around and chatted for 5 or 6 minutes and posted that on the private road, Ruda. All right. So Bitcoin is getting slammed down to 35,000 in these crooked markets, and the reason crypto goes up so much, most of it is, besides the big guys manipulating the price, they can click a mouse and send it anywhere they want because it's all derivative trading. But it's also crypto people buying and selling. So a lot of people use, or historically have used, Bitcoin as that crypto to base swaps on pairs. So you'll go to any exchange, other than some of the more established ones, and the way you buy is through Bitcoin or Ethereum. You buy everything else. So if Bitcoin and Ethereum go down, everything else is going to go down. Makes no sense, but at the same time, that's the way the crypto exchanges are set up. But, hey, you hodlers out there, let's look at where we were a year ago. 1 year ago, Bitcoin was at $32,000. So probably it's searching for that $32,000. So you didn't lose any money. Well, you don't lose money until you sell. So if you bought at the high, if you bought at 67,000 and you're a short-term hodler, very short-term, and you sell at 32 or wherever it ends up, I think it'll go much lower. Again, I think it's going to go to zero when the banks crash. And I believe we're very close to the banks crashing. So keep an eye on that. But the banksters want to get their hands on as much cryptos as they can. How do they do that? They crash the system. Now's the time you're going to see exchanges say, "Oh my God, we had a hack," like Mt. Gox did. We had a hack, and then whoever's in charge of that exchange runs away with the crypto and is never heard from again. We've seen it so many times in the past. So just keep that in mind, you crypto lovers. Hang on to your crypto for after the crash. Everything's going to be valuable after the crash. Not everything, but silver, gold, and cryptos, the good ones, will be valuable after the crash. And then you got to think a little deeper. DeFi will be gone. They'll regulate that out of existence, or just say, "Hey, Reggie Middleton has a patent on it. What are you going to do?" That's why one of the main reasons they gave Reggie the patent was to kill off DeFi. But Reggie's still sitting there with a patent a very enforceable patent. So all you XRP people, yeah, of course XRP infringes on Reggie's patent. But see, that's the other thing. How big is the final crash in cryptos? From what I've heard from our politicians, especially reading through Elizabeth Warren, they're going to come down on cryptos regulatory-wise, and then only after the smash is our cryptos going to be allowed to be freely traded. So I don't know. I don't know how. Probably in the next 2 weeks, we'll have more banker problems, and then we'll see the shutting down of Tether and the whatever happens to XRP. Probably say, yeah, it's a security. Of course, it was a security. And then a lot of the crypto cabal being arrested. All this is not good for the price of cryptos, but at the same time, it's all going to go to zero in US dollar terms because the dollar is the problem. So these exchanges won't be up and running. We won't know the value of anything for a while. That's why I've always said, hey, you got to have cryptos and you got to have silver. And I use the 50-50 ratio. 50-50 ratio. And that way, if you have a crypto crash, you don't feel like, oh, shit, I should have bought more silver. And if you have a crypto boom, you don't think, oh, I should have bought more crypto. If you're at 50-50, silver is not going to go much lower. It can, derivative price, but you won't be able to get any physical. There's a very big difference between the price of everything and what you have in your possession. Because when these bankers are gone, all those freedom fighters who are looking at the 1 year anniversary of Biden, all of a sudden the financial markets are going sideways. Yes, it's part of the takedown of the bad guys. I don't know what cryptos are going to go to, other than they won't be traded on these exchanges. And that's the only thing this price is. This price is determined from the exchanges. So here's how you can check that out. You just go to, let's see, what was I? Haven't done this in so long. Exchanges. Go to the exchanges. No, let's go to the actual crypto you're interested in, and then hit market. It'll show you all the exchanges that Bitcoin or any of your cryptos where this price comes from. For example, number one, 7.6% of the Bitcoin price comes from the Binance US dollar pair. So people buying Bitcoin in US dollars, in the BTC US dollar pair. And then Coinbase. So obviously Binance is the largest in the world, the largest exchange in the world by far. Whether or not it's criminal, of course, they're all criminal. Coinbase is theoretically regulated, but those are the two big ones. And there's other Binance. So it's also Binance BUSD, which is the Binance stablecoin, and Binance Ethereum. So this is how the prices are determined. Very important thing to understand is the price you see doesn't necessarily mean, hey, someone's going to give you $35,000 for a Bitcoin. You got to go onto these exchanges. You got to take the price that they're willing to give you. You got to pay their crazy fees to actually make the exchange. And then you got to find out how you're going to get the cash out. So, I mean, the regulated exchanges in the U.S., at least, Coinbase and Gemini and a couple others, yeah, it's pretty easy because some banks allow it. At some point, the banks will just shut that off because that's competition from them. So we'll see. Again, this is not going to be a smooth transition, but it'd be a necessary one. It will be a necessary one. So yeah, I think all cryptos are going to zero. All silver is going to zero ultimately because the exchanges are going to shut down. And when is it so important to have, and why do you have cryptos in your own possession and silver in your own possession? Third-party risk. You want to keep third-party risk completely away from your assets. Only you should be holding your crypto. Only you should be holding your silver and gold, and you name it. Got it? Good. Really good discussion on Jean-Claude's channel with Snippy. Snippy's been waiting for this for a long time. I don't know if he's actually buying yet. I couldn't do it. You know, I couldn't be, okay, I'm going to sell here and then I'm going to buy back again here. Because, I mean, as long as hodlers have to wait, Snippy's had to wait a hell of a long time too for the price to get down to where he wanted it to be. But good on him. Of course, it's going to go back down, and then it's going to go back up, and then it's going to go back down. So yeah, he had to hodl on the scary side and watch everybody around him get rich and doing victory laps, knowing that the price was going to come back down to him, and he did it. I don't know if he made any money at it though, because that's his goal. This is just his trading bag, not his. He has a hodl bag too, but hard to tell if you made any money when you sold back then, because making money would be buying it much less than you sold out at, and it's kind of hard to do, obviously, with Theta, but with other cryptos, yeah, good on you. He knew it was coming. I can't do that. I can't sit there and wait, and knowing cryptos could run at any moment, so I hodl. I hold on for dear life. If I need money, I'll sell some cryptos. If I need to balance my portfolio between silver and cryptos, yeah, I've done that all year and all last year and the year before. I always do that. I have sold some silver to buy cryptos. And of course, I've sold a lot more cryptos to buy silver. But that's just the way I do it. You guys can do whatever you want. The key, though, is to keep it in your own possession. And that's the huge key. So go check out the Jean-Claude and Wacky Woo with Jason at 4. I think Woo Woo Dude was supposed to come on. He wasn't feeling well. He's recovering from the medical problem that everybody on the planet has right now. And I think he's doing better, which is good. And send some love and nice vibrations his way, is my take. All right. Let's talk about the Metaverse. Here's an article on Zero Hedge. The dark side of the Metaverse exposed. Why your kids need to stay away from virtual chat. And it talks about the pedos are already in the Metaverse and the people who prey upon kids. So be very careful. Don't let your kids into the Metaverse. Metaverse, if you want to know what the Metaverse is like, watch this show, Ready Player One. Really interesting movie, but it doesn't really deal in the dark side. And the dark side being perfect stomping ground for the pedo humans. And hopefully we will arrest these mother pluckers. I know Trump arrested more pedophiles than like any president combined. And that's just the ones we know about, mind you. I hate it. Well, I don't hate it. The people who don't understand what the Q movement was, that was all about taking down the pedos. Jeffrey Epstein was the key target of the Q movement, and all the add-ons from there. That was the key to that. And anybody who's against arresting child traffickers, good luck with that when you reach the pearly gates, explaining that one away. But they're all over cryptocurrencies, and they're all over the Metaverse. They're all over gaming. So in the Metaverse, there's going to be cops within the Metaverse. I guarantee you at some point. Probably already is. So I don't know. There's pros and cons to everything in life, and you got to balance how important it is to live in a virtual world versus exposing your kids to that, or people in general. There are predators everywhere in the Metaverse. But hey, you take the good with the bad. It's like the internet. There were predators in the beginning. There are now. There are predators all over the internet. And there are cyber cops on the internet trying to trap people, and they do very well getting people trapped so that they can be arrested. Why they haven't taken out the crypto cabal and that gang of pedos, I don't know. But I guess we'll find out soon enough, right? All right. On that note, I have a little scratch on my nose. You see that? We got a puppy. Yeah, I'll get into that. I'll show you our puppy very soon. But that was like the first time I was like cuddling the puppy. So cute. And he's got those little razor puppy teeth and just barely nicked my nose. It's like having a razor just go, and like, oh man. I didn't even know it was like scratched, and I feel this little trickle of blood, and it's like, well, okay, give me a napkin. Anyway, go check out the Cliff High stuff. We are going on the road. The road show is going to be a blast. Hopefully cryptos will be recovered or we'll be in a new world by the time the roadshow starts. But we are starting on March 5th in Sonoma. Check out the go to roadrooter.com, hit roadshow. It'll give you the time, the dates, and we've started to add the locations. We're definitely in certain. Well, let's take a look. The first one's in Sonoma, California, not too far from where we live. We can drive there, type of thing. It's going to be at the place called The Real and Brand from 2 to 6. Tickets are $25 beforehand and $40 at the door. And you can buy them on PayPal. And that will be for March 5th. That's the first show. It's going to be a doozy. So go check it out. Come to one of our shows. We're going to go throughout California and then go to Arizona and New Mexico for the first leg. And then we'll either go up north or go Texas through Florida. So stay tuned. Come see us on the road. Hang out with us. It's going to be a blast. Sponsored by Miles Franklin. Miles Franklin is sponsoring the first tour. Buy your silver. If you need silver, day or night, send an email to Andy Scheckman, Andy, A-N-D-Y, at milesfranklin.com, and he will set you up and get silver to your front door. So, yeah, that's where we are. You guys have a good weekend. I'll talk to you later.